legal term for an injury or illness that has been caused by somebody else's negligence. If you have suffered in these kind of circumstances, then you might be able to bring a personal injury claim. An injury of any type can affect the quality of your life and your ability to go to work, and this can affect your monthly income. Personal injury accidents can happen when you least expect them. They can happen on the road when you are in a car or a bicycle. They can happen at work, or they can happen in a public place. For example, slipping and tripping.
The most common accidents that we deal with are road accidents, work accidents, and accidents involving medical negligence. The road accidents, it can involve very serious injuries, but generally they are related to whiplash injuries and that like. The work accidents generally involve machinery and can lead to quite catastrophic injuries, and medical negligence obviously can depend on what type of injury has been caused. In particular, we've dealt with several cerebral palsy cases, which are very, very serious cases.
No, personal injury also includes emotional and mental trauma. With the awareness of mental health issues increasing, we are seeing more inquiries regarding these type of injuries, and people are realizing the impact of mental health and trauma on the quality of life and the quality of life of their families.
The first thing you should do if you've been involved in an accident, or whether it be a road accident, work accident or medical malpractice, is you need to get legal advice. The second thing you need to do is document everything and keep all documents that you have in relation to either the road accident or work accident. The third thing you need to do is remember that you have 2 years in which to bring your claim. Now, the fourth thing you need to remember is to keep all vouchers and invoices, and also remember that if you have a loss of earnings, that can also be claimed in your personal injury action.
This is sometimes the case, but the initial inquiry does not cost anything. A good personal injury solicitor will be able to advise you whether you have a good case or not. This is usually a medical report, which could cost €300 plus VAT, but again, this figure can vary.
If you have a personal injury action and you're successful, most of your fees will be paid by the defendant insurance company. However, with regard to any fees that a solicitor may charge, a solicitor is not allowed to charge any fees as a percentage of any award that you get. Instead, he has to bill you and let you know how many hours he's worked that haven't been paid for by the other side. And he has to set this out in advance by way of a Section 68 letter, and set out to you the guidelines that he has for how much he has to be paid. The amount of compensation that you receive from a personal injury action is determined by the guidelines set out in the Book of Quantum, which is issued by the Personal Injuries Assessment Board. And that can vary depending on the injuries that you've suffered.
It is important that you do your research and ask your friends and family for recommendations. All good personal injury firms have a website, so you should look up for up-to-date testimonials from previous clients. It is also important to meet with your solicitor in person to make sure that there is a good personal fit, because PI cases may continue for more than a year.